The following video is brought to you by the guys at the Wrecking and Racing Podcast, a NASCAR podcast made by the fans for the fans. Check them out at www.wreckingandracing.com, facebook.com/Wrecking and Racing, and Twitter at Wrecking and Racing. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season, the 2019 Monster Energy mod, and we are here at ISM Raceway, formerly known as Phoenix. You can see the PIR logo up on the press box there, but as you can see, no start-finish line here where the start-finish line would normally be. It is on the exit of this turn 2, so this is the brand new track. And myself and Brandon behind us in that not Monster Energy, the Wrecking and Racing podcast car is right behind us. And as you can see, the racing line is right here, right on the apron. Oh, Austin Dillon a little bit loose there. We got into him just a skosh. Not a good qualifying effort from either of us. We're towards the back here, but it looks like the bottom really chokes up. So if we can roll the high line, we might be able to make up some spots here. We're behind the 33 of Jeffrey Earnhardt. And it's kind of odd to see Martin Truex Jr. back here. We're good on fuel, so tires may be the only question mark on if we are going to pit or not. And depending on where cautions lie, that may be able to save us some tires, save us some fuel. We might not come at all, and we may be able to really loose, maybe able to make some spots. As you can see, we're rolling the outside really well, passing Brad Keselowski and the 95 and the 34, Jeffrey Earnhardt, making up a few spots with us there. The 34 is on the bottom. Definitely the turn 1 is the most tricky to get into, the old NASCAR turn 3. We tweaked the base setup just a little bit. I gave Brandon my setup. It's really wanting to pull to the left and really loose. But once you get towards the middle of the turn, you can just let the wheel return to a normal spot and knock the wall down while you're at it. But the car definitely wants to turn hard left at all times. It almost feels like a super speedway car in that respect. We'll just have to maintain momentum on the outside here. You can see Brandon right behind us following us through. He goes to the bottom of that dog leg. That is inbounds. There is no out of bounds here at ISM, so look for the Cup guys to do something very similar to make up ground on cars that they're trying to pass to the inside. We knock the wall down again. I tell you, we're going to use up all that, all the right side of the car. I'm used to the old Phoenix, but definitely the safer barrier there on the front stretch is, depriving us of some real estate that we're used to using. And I think I can keep a good line. By not going to the dog leg in the bottom, we'll definitely be able to roll. And around Ryan Blaney we go. And right behind Tanner Berryhill, looks like everyone has single filed out now. So it's just a matter of, getting to the bottom when we can, rolling as early as possible and getting a good run here. If these guys get froggy in front of us, they may indeed go 2-3 wide, and that will be our opportunity to pounce. We'll get right down here to the yellow line. We'll clip the apron just a little bit, de-wedge the car to get it to turn. And you know what? Not too bad whenever we're not on the outside of somebody like that. But you can see how much that outside wall really comes down on the racetrack. Brandon having everything of Ryan Blaney he can handle. But, we're maintaining pace, maybe picking up speed just a little bit here on this rookie. We'll go to his outside, and if these guys get choked up on the bottom of turn 3 right here, we can close the gap on Daniel Suarez. At least that's the hope and goal. Another position for us, and laps wind down. It's a 32-lap event, and there's 33 laps of fuel, so we don't have to worry about pitting, especially if we roll out of the gas early and take care of our tires through this. We might be able to catch some of the AI sleeping. It's just a matter of how hard are they going to run. We're right here on the back bumper of the Stewart-Haas teammates, Suarez and Boyer, and Kyle Busch is right in front of Clint Boyer. We've got Brandon just a little bit. Brandon wasn't too awful comfortable in practice. This is a modified racetrack, not stock, so This is the first time that either one of us has run this particular configuration, and it takes some getting used to come to a track. Even though it's the exact same layout that we're used to, it just handles a bit differently. It's down to the track maker to assign grip and, you know, put in the lines where they go. It's just a complete different ball of wax now that we're coming here for the first time. When we come back in the fall, though, we should be much, much better. Hopefully. But both of us we have wins, so we're in the championship, so this isn't, whoa, really loose. This isn't a must-win for us, and it won't be a must-win come fall. At least I hope not. We'll see when the time comes. But Brandon's right back there. He's on our back bumper once again. Looks like Suarez looks to the inside, and Boyer gets choked up there by Kyle Busch. Looks like Alex Bowman is up there trying to make the outside work like us. And we are reeling these guys in slowly but surely, especially if they start laying into each other here on turn 3. You can see how much momentum we pick up right here on corner exit. We might even be able to get under Boyer, but the outside is where I'm comfortable running, so that is where we're going to stick to, especially if that bottom line gets choked up. We don't want to be, you know, riding Clint Boyer. So we'll see if we can outrun them. Yes, indeed. Cars get choked up right there. It looked like the 13 of Ty Dillon and the 00 of Landon Castle got choked up on the bottom. We might be able to make up some spots here. Landon Castle tries to get back to the gas, and we will complete the pass and head into turn 3. Old NASCAR turn 1. If Jimmy Johnson can hold up Austin Dillon there, we'll be all set. And it looks like a big gap between Jimmy Johnson and Alex Bowman. And I'm not seeing that many cars in front of us here, so the leaders might have pieced on out of here. We'll see if we can get around the 38 here. We're washing up the track just a bit, hit the wall. As we normally do, we're going to use up our right side. There's Brandon taking a look to the outside. I don't know if he is feeling good enough to pass us or not. But turn 2, or old NASCAR turn 4, is where I am really on the struggle bus. We make short work of the 38. I don't know if he's pitting or not, but he definitely looked to be off the pace. We got a good run here on Austin Dillon. Part of me wants to go to the inside. You know, if he's going to give me the gap like that, I'm going to take the bottom, but the car is really unruly on the inside, so we'll go to the out. We'll see if we can make something happen on the outside of Dillon. Dillon drops back a bit. There's Jimmy Johnson. It almost looks like if the cars are on that dog leg and the car gets to their outside, they really slow down, which we can make the most of for sure. Really loose on exit. There's Jimmy back there holding up Brandon. He goes to the inside. We'll see if Brandon can keep on the bottom below Jimmy Johnson. In fact, he can. He's looking. And we've got a bottleneck of cars here in the dog leg. Brandon cuts that corner really, really sharp. Yellow flag is out, and you can see the remnants and skid marks of what remained. So interestingly enough, the yellow flag is out, and I don't know if they're going to pit, but I think we are going to stay out regardless of what happens. We'll see if they duck on pit road here. I'm not entirely sure if they will. Yes, indeed. Cars are on pit road. You know what? We'll go ahead and take 4 tires and fuel. Maintain an even pace. Maybe our pit crew can earn us a few spots here. It feels that handling is going to be a massive premium. And here's our box here. Looks like Jeffrey Earnhardt used up both ends of his car, but 4 tires and fuel, boys. Here we go. Right sides are on, and still people are coming behind us. Brad looks like he's on the tail end. We're going to have to go around Tanner Berryhill here. Down and away will be behind the 3. There's Ty Dillon. All right, Boyer, we should be able to make a pass. It looks like some people are getting into other cars in front of them. We'll be driving right beside Boyer. He may get us here since he's on the inside, but we have to go all the way out to pit road. The exit's right here at the line. And I'm not sure, no, we did not beat the 14 off of pit road, so we will settle in behind Clint Boyer, and I will be right back for the restart. So we're restarting in 17th. 3 cars are 1 lap down already on the inside, and I think we were able to make up space from those that decided to fuel their car. We didn't put a drop of fuel in this car. We're good running yellow flag laps. We are fine on fuel, just got those tires. Getting ready for the restart behind Boyer. Green flag is out. Everyone decides to break away. Landon Castle looking to our inside. If he had completed that pass, he would have got a penalty. So sucks for you there, Landon. And we can get a good run on the 38 here and get set up. So we've got the tires and the time to get a top 10 out of this, maybe even a top 5. The 37 is down low, forces Boyer to the middle. We knocked the wall down again, but you know what? We've got fresh tires, so let's not worry about that too awful much. Yeah, everyone is getting bogged down on the bottom really bad. You can see how much ground we gained up right there on the outside of Ty Dillon, looking to the outside of Kevin Harvick. They're going too wide in front of us again. Some even on the apron trying to de-wedge their car and get their cars to pivot, corner off. We'll settle in behind Larson here and Harvick. And they might as well just name those grandstands on the exit of that turn after me, because those fans are seeing a lot of me for sure. Let's get the power down and see if we can get on the outside of Larson, since he's looking to the outside of Dillon. That may choke him up. No, Larson stays right in Dillon's tire tracks. That could be big if Larson gets into Dillon, but we'll see how that goes. Right on the outside of Larson here, knock the wall down again. I'm just so used to getting on the power early. I'm having to unlearn the muscle memory from the first Phoenix. But doing well on the outside of Larson here. Jimmy Johnson's a lap down. He's in the mix, holding up all of these guys. Come on, Jimmy. Now, Jimmy gets out of the way, lets those cars go by on the inside. We'll try to capitalize if we can. We'll get right to the back bumper of Austin Dillon. Let's look to the inside here. Now, I haven't gone to the inside at all today. Nope, Dillon with the bump. We'll try to get to the inside. Dillon closes the door on us, sliding across the line. A little bit of damage, but I think we managed to spin out of the way mostly. And I actually think since the yellow flag came out, before we cross the line, we get all of these spots back. So we'll be right behind Austin Dillon for the restart. And hopefully my tires can withstand the pain. We punished them a bit doing that flying 360, but we didn't lose any spots because of it. But I'm going to get caught back up here and be right back with you for the restart. Lined up, ready to go back racing. We are just outside the top 10, and only a handful of laps to go, so we'll see if we can do a little bit better. Austin came out no worse for the wear, and I haven't got a chance to look at my damage yet. I don't know how hard we were hit when we got spun down to the bottom. Hopefully they just sort of pushed us around and didn't do any damage, but we'll see when we take the green here. Right on the back bumper of Dylan, green flag is back out. Larson looks to the outside, Harvick to the inside. Everyone's going to go dive bombing to the dog leg. We'll keep Larson to our outside. He really rolls out. Brandon is right there to pounce as well. Let's get to the outside of Menard, and we've got the gold Childress cars of Hemrick and Dylan right there in front of us. Now, I've learned my lesson. We are not going to go to the inside of Dylan. We'll go to the outside so he doesn't chop us off. Although he is kind of blocking us, we need him to really lose a whole lot of momentum here. We'll get to the outside of Hemrick just fine. The car kind of snapped to the right there, but Hemrick rolls out. We should be sitting pretty for a very strong finish, especially there. Dylan rolls out of the gas. We'll be on the outside of Bowman, at least try to be. We didn't knock the wall down, though. Brandon is right there looking, though, right on our back bumper to the outside of Dylan. We'll see if we can push Bowman here. Eric Jones in front of Jimmy Johnson. Stenhouse is a lap down as well as Jimmy Johnson, so those two cars are not for position. Eric Almirola out front looking to be having his best race of the year. And three of these cars in front of us are not for position, so we are sitting okay in the grand scheme of things for starting in the back. Can't be too mad at that, especially since we had a spin in the middle of it, and a very timely caution saved us. White flag in the air, one more lap to go. Hopefully those lap cars hold back these guys a bit. Yes, indeed, we'll make the pass on Eric Jones, but Brandon is down there to the inside. He's got his right side all used up. We'll use the 17 as a pick if we can. Stenhouse slow on the bottom. We move him out of the way. Brandon's there on the inside. We'll have to roll the outside here. I feel like Martin Truex Jr. Stenhouse might have cost us that one. Let's get the power down and see if we can carry that speed. And I think Brandon actually got us at the line, but Eric Almirola looks to win his first race of the season. Let's take a look at the top 10 in standings here. So indeed, Eric Almirola was your race winner. In second place, we had Chase Elliott. Third place, Joey Logano. Fourth place, William Byron. Fifth place, okay, where's fifth place? Was that Brandon? Yeah, Brandon in fifth. In sixth place, we have, where'd sixth place go? Is it me? So do we finish fifth and sixth? I think we may have. Where am I in the grand scheme of things? Yep, sixth place indeed. Seventh place, there we go, was Austin Dillon. Eighth place was, crap, I really can't tell. They came down to the line really, really crazy-like. But no worries. Let's take a look at the 33 of Jeffrey Earnhardt, who used his car up a ton. So here we go. His car is intact to start lap 15. We'll see what happens here. He's going through the dog leg. And there a car was stopped, the 34 and the 43 of Darrell Wallace Jr. Let's back up and see what happened to Bubba here. The 34 looks to the outside and just hooks him into the fence hard. And then the 33 comes through. Truex gets a big chunk of it. And Brad manages to snake himself through, but those are definitely DNFs for the day. And we'll take a look at what happened to us with Austin Dillon and see, was that my fault or... Yeah, there we go. There was us taking the yellow flag below Dillon. It's tough to see from this particular angle. Let's go to TV2. Yeah, I guess we kind of drove up into him, and then Larson pushed us around. The 6 didn't get us quite a ton. But yeah, considering all things, a 6th place finish is not bad with a car that looks like that. So let's take a look at the standings. Brandon with 2 wins, myself with 1. Eric Almirola moves up into 3rd place with his first win of the year. Denny Hamlin and Chris Buescher are tied for cutoff driver. Only 1 point separates Michael McDowell. 6 back to Ryan Newman, and really tight. 2 points to Kevin Harvick, 5 to Austin Dillon, Kurt Busch, 10 to the good. So that's going to do it for me in this episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season. Ladies and gentlemen, like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and next week we continue our West Coast swing at Fontana. Take care.